हेलो फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम टू माय न्यू ब्लॉग। जैसा कि हमने लास्ट टाइम स्टार्ट की थी एक सीरीज फ्लुएंसी, इंग्लिश कम्युनिकेशन की फ्लुएंसी इंप्रूव करने के लिए, तो मैं बहुत सारे तरीके अपनाता हूँ। तो उसमें से एक तरीका है कि लाउडली किसी भी आर्टिकल को, या न्यूज़पेपर के आर्टिकल हो या बुक की कोई आर्टिकल हो, कहीं की भी आर्टिकल हो, खड़े होकर लाउडली मिरर के सामने पढ़ना। तो आज उसी का नेक्स्ट पार्ट लेके आया हूँ एक नए आर्टिकल के साथ। और ये डेली प्रैक्टिस की चीज़ है, इरिस्पेक्टिव ऑफ आप कितना वोकेबलरी जानते हैं, या कितने वर्ड्स आपके दिमाग में स्टोर है, या आपकी कमांड कितनी है टेंसेस पे, या आप बहुत वर्ड्स को अप्रोप्रिएट प्लेस पे यूज़ करना जानते हैं। फिर भी जब तक कि आप प्रैक्टिस नहीं करेंगे, या ये कम्युनिकेशन की प्रैक्टिस नहीं रखेंगे, लोगों को साथ यूज़ में नहीं लाएंगे, और डेली लोगों से ये चीज़ें आप इंग्लिश में बातें नहीं करेंगे, ऑल अबाउट प्रैक्टिस, तब तक ये इम्प्रूव नहीं कर सकती। तो इट्स ऑल अबाउट प्रैक्टिस। तो आज हम लोग नए आर्टिकल के साथ आज स्टार्ट करते हैं। आई होप यू ऑल आर स्टेइंग सेफ, आप लोग सब सेफ हैं ऐसे टाइम में। टाइम सही नहीं चल रहा है। तो मेरे आर्टिकल का नाम है आज, इज़ वर्क फ्रॉम होम द न्यू नॉर्मल। इज़ वर्क फ्रॉम होम द न्यू नॉर्मल। जैसा कि हमारा वर्क फ्रॉम होम स्टार्ट है, तो इट्स ऑल अबाउट वर्क, इट्स article about work from home. Are we going to be habitual with work from home? So it's all about that. Is work from home the new normal? The question: up to the 17th century, most of the knowledge office work used to happen at home. However, professionals in time realized that they needed a dedicated space to work. Response to a crisis generally changes the way the world operates. After World War II, generally was once again looking for ways to rebuild itself. With the advancements in telecommunication, office could be segregated from the factories and warehouses. It was the German concept of Bürolandschaft that has been further tweaked into today's office landscape. Today's the 9 to 5 office form a major part of the workforce in the big cities. The formal sector economy is hugely centered in these major metropolitan cities, which in turn become overcrowded areas of the skilled workforce. As per the Boston Consulting Group (BCG), India's biggest city may be losing up to $22 billion annually to traffic congestion. The commuters are largely bearing the burden. On average, the travelers in Delhi, Mumbai, Bengaluru, and Kolkata spend 1.5 hours more on their daily commutes compared to their counterparts in the other Asian cities, mitigating traffic during peak hours. Overcrowding of these metro cities also means logistic concern for the state authorities. The pandemic, however, forced the authorities to push people to maintain hygiene. One way to arrange it is by providing flexible work conditions, including work from home wherever possible. Coronavirus pandemic has once again propelled the world to change its way of operation. The public health emergency under which globe is reeling had locked down over 3 billion people by mid-March 2020. The business has plummeted to its worst crisis since the 2008-9 Lehman debacle. Industries like tourism, fashion and sports have been brought to a complete standstill as contact is quintessential for these industries. Amidst this lockdown, the economy still needs to churn. It is a clarion call that social distancing must be accepted as a behavioral change, and offices must be encouraged to operate with minimal physical contact. Therefore, one thing that has become concomitant is work from home, and it is there to stay. The Gurugram administration has recently asked its IT companies to allow work from home facility for their employees till July 2020. Similar steps should be emulated for all companies where human contact can be voluntary. Even after the lockdown is over, more industries and sectors must be identified where work from home is feasible. Obviously, the WFH model is not feasible in every industry like manufacturing, hospitality, performing arts, entertainment, etc. But many sectors can be identified in which daily physical contact may not be obligatory. For instance, at one point, physical presence was considered essential for the function of courts. But with the help of technology, the legal system is also coping with the situation. A similar approach must be identified in other sectors too. The government sector in India had never previously accepted the idea of work from home, but necessity is the mother of innovation, and during the lockdown period many employees have been allowed to continue work from home. Leading PSUs have adopted and even found values in the WFH model. Even with all its benefits, the WFH model has its own problems such as improper infrastructure. Even with all its benefits, the WFH model has its own problems such as improper infrastructure at home. The firewalls required for electronic communication are not as adept at home as at office, and necessary precautions have not been taken to protect against data piracy. However, these are temporary micro issues pertaining to generally people involved in the IT sector. If eventually work from home does become a viable long-term alternative, care would be taken to enhance infrastructure and ensure that data is protected. Few silver linings have come to light as people worked from home during the lockdown. Globally, pollution levels have diminished to their lowest in years. Major cities like Beijing, Mumbai, Delhi, etc. have had a clear skies and the traffic has been impeccably smooth. The cities had been previously at a breaking point due to overcrowding and pollution but have shown signs of ecological improvement. This has in turn helped with the quality of life for employees who used to be stranded in the traffic of hours, damaging the environment as well as causing personal damage to health. It is high time that people find innovative solutions in order to live in harmony along with ecology. Concept of work from home is also beneficial for employer who can save on real estate with smaller worker spaces. Small town industry can pick up when there is a scope of talent joining from anywhere. It shall also curtail overcrowding of the metropolitans. If the skilled worker does not have to migrate from their own towns looking for suitable job opportunities. The idea is also the interest of women who are traditionally in a quandary to maintain a work-life balance. Work from anywhere can attract more women to continue with jobs even after facing difficult life choices like returning to work post maternity. Business should stop treating work from home as an aberration. Tata Consultancy Services, with a workforce of 4.5 lakhs, has announced to adapt the secure borderless model, where 75% of its employees will be working from home in the longer run. New Age Dynamics allot marks for working and not for mere physical presence to boost productivity, one has to ascertain in that the workforce is not exhausted all the time. Many a time an employee has to mark his absence from important deliberation because they cannot reach on time. However, if the need to reach on the time physically is out of the picture, then everyone may be available on video call through at different places. Work from home may not supplant but surely can supplement the traditional way of working. For people fretting at the thought of finding no connection or camaraderie in the workplace, many things can be put in place. For instance, there is a concept of virtual water cooler scheduled as cloud meetings of mixed group in offices which promote employees to mingle and have informal conversation and bond over non-work discussion. As is said, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. Dealing with the pandemic is tough, but the good lesson can always be adaptive. Thank you. थैंक यू. टुडेज आर्टिकल हैव बीन कंप्लीटेड. सो आज का आर्टिकल कंप्लीट हो गया है और आज के लिए इतना ही. इस आर्टिकल सीरीज में फिर से मैं अगले एक नए आर्टिकल और नए सब्जेक्ट पे लेके आऊँगा. तब तक के लिए स्टे एट होम, स्टे सेफ और सारे रूल्स को फॉलो करो आप लोग. ये ज़्यादा बेटर रहेगा. और टुडे बाय बाय. मिलते हैं अगले वीडियो में नए ब्लॉग के साथ.